Welcome, we've got Paul Cutler, he's the chairman of the SMOSH Westlake Football Club in Division 4. Welcome Paul, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
It's great to say the SMOSHies had 2 consecutive wins.
Yeah, first time for a while, so a bit of a buzz around the club, which is good.
Yeah, so 2 and what was it, 1 last year?
Yeah, 1 last year. Year before, unfortunately, well, we had 1, but it was a technical win, so...
By default, that one.
Yeah, so it's good. The boys, yeah, they've had a few tough years, so a couple of good wins in a row. It's good for them.
Yeah, after lean times, it's always tough, I suppose, and I suppose two wins like that is the place is fairly buoyant.
Yeah, the guys definitely got around each other, especially the second quarter Saturday. They sort of kicked away a bit, and you could see a bit of passion coming out. There's a lot of high fives, a lot of hugs, so it was good. Good.
I'll just go through the scores from Division 4. Eastern Park 17-17. They travelled to Kilburn and defeated them. Kilburn 14-8, 92. So yeah, very good win there to Eastern Park. How did you see that playing out?
About what it should have been. Eastern Park, they're always going to bounce back after a loss last week. So.
Yep, and Kilburn a few losses on the trot now, and another big game was Salisbury. Were coming off a big win the week before, playing Edwardstown, who had a loss. So Edwardstown were 11-10-76, and they defeated Salisbury 7-10-52. So 24-point victory to Edwardstown.
Yeah, that's about what it should have been. Edwardstown, again, they would have bounced back. I think they've got a few injuries out there at the moment, so once they get a couple of players back, they'll bounce back up, I'm sure.
Kernlight Gardens are just travelling nicely at the moment. They're also playing Mitcham, who are, they've been very good this year. Kernlight Gardens with 13-6-84 defeated Mitcham 10-12-72. So Mitcham rue their poor kicking.
Yeah, that's it. Well, no goals win matches, so make sure you kick them.
We did a live broadcast of the game at WEBB OVAL, and we saw Glenunga 19-8-122 defeated Gepps Cross 12-8-80. They had a 7-goal victory to Glenunga, and they were very good.
Yeah, they looked like the team to beat in the early stages. So.
I would agree. Yeah, very good up forward, and 4 or 5 tools up there, and they had Michael McMahon back on the weekend, and he was probably best man on the ground. He was sensational. So. And then of course there was your game, and it was SMOSH Westlake's. It was the score was just gone from me. It was 24 goals, 16, 160. Defeated Pooraka 12-10-82, so a 78-point margin.
Yeah, so it was good to actually watch them run away with a game. They really kicked up a notch in that last half, and it was really good. Yeah,
for the SMOSHies, the 2 Cox boys, 1 kick 5, 1 kick 4.
Yep, so we've got Brad and Morgan. 2 footballers, I think 3rd year at the club now, and stepped up into an A grade. Morgan's a pretty tall lad, bit skinny, there's a bit of weight on him, but he's a good mark, good kick, a goal, and Brad just snuck down and got a bit of a day out down the forward line. So
only young are they?
I think they're early 20s. So
you're going to keep them for years to come, by the way.
That's the plan.
Lyndon Parham kicked 3.
Yep, so the 2 veterans come out, Lyndon and Aidan, I think, kicked 2 as well, the brothers. So swapping in a ruck and down forward, look very good.
And better players, Brown.
Yeah, Nathan's really stepped up the last couple of years for the club.
Haylock, the 2 Cox boys, and Broom.
Yep, so we've got Haylock back. He's played with us a couple of years ago. Another young guy, went off, he's a teacher, so just come back in the area, so come back down. And we got Broom from down at Port Districts. Another young guy who's really fitted in, and took an absolute screamer of one-hander last week against Eastern Park and kicked the goal that really put us a couple ahead. So he's really, really good down the club.
Brilliant. And this week we're just going over a few games. One really big game, perhaps the match of the round, is at Duncan Fraser Reserve. We've got Gepps Cross taking on Kernlight Gardens. How do you see that playing out?
Yeah, so I think Kernlight should keep on the winning ways, but they'll have a tough game at Gepps Cross.
Gepps were good last week. They just run into a very good Glenunga.
Yeah, so I think they'll be up there end of the year, but I think Kernlight's just got a little bit too much for them. Okay, you've seen Kernlight play? Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I've heard it from the boys. So,
okay, excellent. So must be travelling well. Another really big game is out at Dwight Reserve, where Eastern Park take on the all-conquering Glenunga side. How do you see that panning out?
Yeah, so Glenunga will be their first time out that way, I think.
Yes, I would have thought.
It's always a tough journey. It's, yeah, very vocal crowd, we can say, and yeah, I think
a bit of an education heading to Dwight.
Yeah, that's definitely the case, and yeah, I think that's what will get Eastern Park over the line. Just that.
So you're tipping the upset.
Yeah, I reckon Eastern Park will get over him this week.
Always a tough journey out to Dwight, as you said.
For sure.
So, bottom of the table clash here, though. So one side's going to get a win. Salisbury at home host Pooraka, who you defeated last week. How do you see that panning out?
Yeah, well, we haven't played Salisbury yet this year, so not too sure how they're travelling. But you know, those bottom of the table clashes are just as tough as the top ones.
Oh, they're 4-point matches.
That's it. You need to win those. So I think both teams will go out there and give a red old crack. And yeah.
Give us a tip.
Well, no, we'll go Pooraka because we've seen them.
Another really good game at home at Price Reserve. We've got Mitcham hosting Edwardstown.
Yep, so once again, we haven't seen Mitcham play yet this year, but Edwardstown were very good a couple of nights ago in our night game. And yeah, once again, I think Edwardstown will just get over the line there.
Okay. And then, of course, the big game between Kilburn and yourself at Kilburn Oval in Lionel Avenue. So you're travelling there, and yeah, how do you think you'll go?
Well, it's our first away game for a couple of weeks. We've had a bit of a string of home games, but our school game and then 3 consecutive games at home. So always haven't travelled much, but I think the last couple of weeks have really picked up, playing good footy, playing the footy Clark Swanson to play. So the winning ways will keep you on.
Oh, you got a nice big deck there, a bit like your ground, and the surface is immaculate. So you got nothing really to. Yeah, just take the mound men out of it in the first quarter, their voice from the far side, and you'll be set.
Yep, and then just take that positivity from the last couple of weeks.
You're talking to Glax, and how is he going? How is the great man going?
Yeah, I think you could probably say after the first couple of games he might have been pulling his hair out, but he just kept. He knew these guys could play the footy that they played the last couple of weeks, and we had young Josh Fowler's took our B grade coach has stepped up and helped him out there as well. So between the two of them, I think they're doing a very good job.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for being our guest this week for the weekly roundup, and we'll catch you again. Thank you.
All right, thank you.